What's up, guys? Welcome back to Between the Pylons. I'm John Camacho. Thank you so much for watching. And guys, today we are talking about Ja'Marr Chase, wide receiver out of LSU. I know you probably forgot the name because he didn't play in 2020. I think that was a good move. He probably took one look at this 2020 LSU team and said, nah, I'm good. I'm going to chill out. My film speaks for itself. I'm probably going to be a top 10, top 5 pick next year. So let me chill out, protect myself, call it because of COVID, and move on to the next season. Yeah, I think he made a good decision. Regardless if he was worried about COVID or anything like that, he made a good choice to just go ahead and enter the draft. And I am a huge fan. I'm not going to bury the lead here, guys. He's going to end up being my number one wide receiver. To me, it's not close. There is no legitimate flaw to his game. Like, yeah, you can nitpick some little things here and there, but overall, dude is just really good at every single level. Let's break down the film now, and I'll show you exactly why I think so. All right, we're going to start this with one of the most interesting plays that I think I've ever seen. We got Ja'Marr Chase right here in the slot, and let's play this out just for a second. Look at these three Alabama defenders right at the start of this play. 1, 2, 3 defenders keying in on Ja'Marr Chase. That is unlike anything I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever truly seen triple coverage, and to be totally fair, this isn't truly triple coverage, but it damn near is. Nick Saban must have been telling his Alabama defense all week, key in on Ja'Marr Chase, stop Ja'Marr Chase, do not let Ja'Marr Chase beat you. And guess what? He still kind of beat them. It's absolutely amazing. It speaks to the amount of respect that Nick Saban gave Ja'Marr Chase. It speaks to the amount of physical ability that Ja'Marr Chase has. I understand he hasn't played in 2020. I understand there's question marks from that standpoint, but on the field, there are just about no question marks, all right? Let's talk about Ja'Marr Chase versus really good press coverage. You're going to see the corner get in his face, fight him off the line, and look at the strength and power for Ja'Marr Chase to use kind of one arm, push him to the side, get open, trips up the corner here, able to get wide open. Joe Burrow throws a bad ball, underthrown, and he has to slow down for it. If he doesn't have to slow down for it, it's probably a touchdown. Showed Julio Jones level physicality at the line. You have to absolutely love that. And here again, kind of same thing. I'm showing him versus press coverage because I'm just so amazed at his physicality. I think everyone kind of knows his explosiveness. Everyone kind of knows a lot of the other things about Ja'Marr Chase's physical ability. But for a guy who's, 6 foot, 6'1", he wins off the line a lot. And right here, same kind of thing. Gets his shoulder right there. Great technique on this slant route. Opens himself up, makes himself open, and catches that ball with a dude draped on his back. I mean, you just can't beat that. Strength, power, almost gets away from him completely. You got to love that. We're going to move on here. You're going to see, again, press coverage here versus Alabama again on the top of your screen. This time, it's just precise route running. Runs a post route here, 10 yards, hit that slant, and then just so smooth, so effortless, is able to create space with route running very well, and then able to turn upfield. Obviously kind of had to stop and go a little bit. Like to see him maybe cut on a dime or something like that, but I mean, you can't have it all. I mean, that would just be ridiculous, but has just about everything else. And moving on here, I want to show just how good he is with the ball in his hands. This play, just a basic slant route, thrown a hair behind him, but really not too bad. You'll see the initial contact he's able to fight off. Very strong, low center of gravity. You have to love that. Has like almost running back level ability to just run through people, like arm tackles, and people that don't square up good enough against Chase just aren't going to bring him down. That's just not going to do it. He's just so strong, such a low center of gravity, and so good with the ball in his hands here. And this is just really physicality, just his ability to make people miss, carry people, turn a 5-6 yard slant into a 15-yard play. I love stuff like that. Like, I just like football players, and stuff like that's just awesome to me. Let's move on to another play where he turns a basic slant into a huge game here against Ole Miss. Again, same kind of thing, except this is man coverage, and when the defender misses here, takes a bad angle on Chase, isn't able to bring him down. A lot of corners are going to struggle to bring him down. It's just off to the races. And look, he doesn't have maybe like Devontae Smith level explosiveness and speed in like a straight line run. Like, he's not going to be the fastest guy at the combine or at the pro day now, but he's still very explosive, and he can absolutely be a home run hitter from anywhere on the field. And I think this play shows that very well. It needs a little bit of help from CEH here to finish it off, but there's nothing wrong with that. And then this last play we're going to show, this is just about his contested catch ability, his ability to box out a defender, go up, catch the ball, high point the ball. All of those things are next level. He is so good at things like this. Right here, defender number 7, who had been fighting with Chase all game, really was in a good position, hand fighting, in position, and Chase just has a next level knack for getting to that ball. Number 7 cannot keep up. And man, guys, to me, it is just so clear that he is the best receiver in this class. And listen, I know there's going to be question marks. Hey, what did he do for the past year? I don't know. He might have been sitting around eating Oreos. And if he was, yeah, that would bring my rankings down. I'm going to assume he wasn't. I'm going to assume that he has the mental part of the game, because that is obviously a huge factor that I don't get to know as an outside looking in. But based on his play on the field, I have no reason to think this dude won't be an absolute stud at the next level. Look, he's not quite as fast as like the Devontae Smith or really like even a Jalen Waddle. He's not like a speed demon, but man, he is fast enough. He checks the box plus some, in my opinion, and he is an absolute threat at every single level with the ball in his hands, deep down the field. He is an absolute threat. Let's break down the skill chart here for you real quick. All right, guys, I'm not going to break down every single thing, but when we look at this skill chart, there's not a whole lot to dislike here. Obviously, the route running is very good. The hands are awesome. The athleticism at a 7.8 is awesome. The quickness at a 6.9, really good. Look, he's not the fastest dude in the world, but he's definitely checks all the boxes, in my opinion. Quickness, athleticism, physically, athletically, he checks every box in my book plus some. Contested catch, very good. He comes down with the football. It is not a question. Yards after catch at 6.6. Look, like I showed in the video, there are going to be times where he is going to run through people, run around people, all those other things, but he doesn't have that like 4.35 speed or anything like that. Still a very positive grade, worth mentioning. His cuts and change of direction, look, I that is still a positive grade. I showed the one clip where he kind of took a couple steps to slow down and change direction there. That wasn't the only time that I saw maybe the lack of super fluidness, and that's why we didn't get into like the 6s or 7s for that grade. Still very good, not like an issue, I don't think, like not something that scares me about him, but definitely not the highest grade in the world. Route tree, he can run every route in my opinion. Contact balance is elite. Dude does not get pushed around. Dude is physical as hell, and at 6'1", I think that's awesome, right? Like, at 6'1", he is the most physical dude on the field, it seems like at times. You gotta love that. Body control is great. Release is awesome. Separates very well at 5.9. That could be maybe a little bit higher, but he certainly can separate from guys at the college level, and I don't foresee that being an issue at the NFL level at all. And then blocking is very good as well. Guys, all around, great prospect, great player. Let's talk about what I think he can be, some of the comps that I see for him. When I look at Ja'Marr Chase's game, I think he is some kind of mashup between an Odell Beckham Jr. and a Julio Jones. And I know that kind of sounds weird because the comp doesn't fit perfectly to either player, but if you combine both of those players' skill sets into one prospect, I think Ja'Marr Chase is what you get, right? Like, you got the physicality and the toughness and the grit of a Julio Jones. Like, Julio Jones does not lose off the line. Julio Jones is so physically impressive and catches absolutely everything, has a huge wingspan. Ja'Marr Chase is the same way. Odell Beckham, smaller guy, quicker, shiftier, things of that nature. Ja'Marr Chase can take a slant to the house. I have no issue believing that he can do that. Ja'Marr Chase has a little bit more shiftiness, I think. Look, I get that this high praise. Maybe that's kind of a reach. Let me know in the comments what you think about that take. Like I said, it's a little bit of a reach, and I get that. But overall, like, I think it's kind of fair. Like, just if you took those two players and then threw them in a blender, I think the Ja'Marr Chase is kind of what you would get. not a bad person to be, not a bad two players to be a combination of. Look, I'm a Dolphins fan, and I'm sitting there at number 3 overall. If we don't trade that pick, or if we don't, end up having a blockbuster move with Deshaun Watson, which I'm hoping we do, if we end up picking there or maybe trading back a couple picks, I would be very, very happy with a Ja'Marr Chase on my roster. I would be perfectly fine taking him at 3rd overall. I would be perfectly fine with Ja'Marr Chase being the first non-quarterback taken in this draft. I think he is that good. I think he belongs in that kind of conversation. He is an elite prospect, and he is going to be a ton of fun to watch at the next level. All right, guys, that's all I got. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video if you enjoy this type of content. Subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more draft profile videos. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Peace out.